Welcome back to the Work-Based Learning website. This is Mrs. Hughes again, and what I'm going to go through today is if anybody has any questions about the aptitude test and some words that are in the aptitude test, which could be maybe a little bit confusing. I'm going to go through an actual screenshots of everything that all the words that are in that aptitude test and go over and just review a little bit of what the words mean and or what the values and interests and things mean. So the first thing I know you're here already is you're going to click on that aptitude test to take the aptitude test. I'm going to put this as a PDF as well, and that way if you want to print it out and use it as you go through the aptitude test, that is more than easy to do, and it gives you maybe a little bit more information on all of the concepts and the words in the aptitude test. So the first thing you will come across is the step one, which is your skills. And I'm going to read this very quickly. Skills are the expertise or talent needed in order to do a job or a task. Job skills allow you to do a particular job, and life skills help you through everyday tasks. So this is the what you're going to have to choose when you're in that skills level. You're going to have to decide if you have a low skill, like you're not very good at something, all the way up to a high skill, if you're really good at that item. So we're going to go through that. And the next thing is we're going to talk about what's in that skills section. So logic, the first thing you're going to have to choose is logic. Are you a good logical thinker? Can you put puzzles together? Are you good at math? Usually math and science people are very logical because they follow a pattern and get to a solution and solve the problem. Management, are you good at managing things? Do you plan things? Can you use your time wisely? For example, can you make sure you get to practice on time? Or maybe help your brother or sister and plan them getting to practice on time as well. So, can you manage your supplies? Do you know where all your pencils are? Do you know where your paper is in your house? Or do you know where your folder is for your literature class? That's management. People, are you good at interacting with others? Can you train and give advice to people when you're talking to your friends? Mechanical, are you good with working at tools or equipment? For example, are you good at fixing a car, helping to program a TV remote, taking apart a computer and putting it back together, fixing your cell phone if you have to take off the back and put a battery in? That's good mechanical skills. So that would be high on the high end. Communication, are you good at listening, speaking, or working with others? Can you share or talk to people? Can you stand and listen to somebody for a little bit? And can you communicate with people you maybe don't know? Skills also. The next thing I want to talk about is this judgment. People might thinking judgment as a judge or a jury, but in this aspect, it means making clear decisions, using good judgment to make a good decision. Are you thinking about good things to do? Are you when you're deciding to do something, you're going to make a really good decision to do that, or are you not? You think to yourself, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Good judgment means making a good decision that makes sense to everybody and is safe as well. Attention. Can you focus on the problem? Can you sit and do things for a while and focus on one thing until it's completed? Thinking. Are you good working with new ideas and thinking about things and showing the ability to create interesting new things? So usually creative people are very good thinkers. Physical. Are you very strong and athletic? Do you play sports? Are you good at sports? Are you flexible? Are you good at yoga? Do you like to go to the gym? That means your physical skill is good. And are your senses good? Do you have good eyesight? Are you good at hearing things and listening to things? The next step, step two, when you go, is called interests. These are activities that you like to do and you enjoy doing in everyday life. In other words, if you really don't like the interest that's up, you want to click none. If you really like to do these things, you're really interested in these items, then you want to click the high. And if you're okay with doing it, it doesn't matter to you either way, you leave it at the medium. So I'm going to go through these quick because they're pretty easy to understand. Are you interested in art? Are you interested in business? For example, do you like working with money? Do you like studying how money works and the way money goes through the banks? And do you like calculating um, items in finance? Do you like selling things? That's business. Do you like promoting things to your friends? Law, which is legal and criminal justice. Are you really ethical? Do you feel you need to follow the law? Computers, do you like computers? Do you like science, which is your math, your physics, and technology? Think of what you like in school and your subjects. Medical, do you like studying living things? Do you like studying the human body? Do you like taking care of somebody who's sick, which would be your health care? Um, Food and related. Do you like food and drinks? Do you like working with food? Do you like creating new food or creating a lemonade with some iced tea in it or doing some kind of creative things with food? Do you like construction? Do you like working with your hands? Do you like, when you were young, did you like to put Legos together or build blocks? That's construction. Do you like working in an office? So that is more sitting next to people, working on a computer, working on a calculator, working on paperwork. Or do you like the outdoors? Would you rather work outdoors? So again, if your interest is high in these areas, you click the high. If it's low or you really don't like anything in these areas, you click the low. The next thing is a little more complicated. This is your work style. And I'm going to read this. Your work style is the way that you go about your day to day tasks on the job. Everyone has his or her own working style or strategy for optimally performing while at work. That means performing the best you can. And again, these are is your work style very high in this? Are you really good at it? Or you really aren't good at this work style? You're not interested. So here are some things that are you interested? Are you good at attention to detail? Are you very careful working on little details of a project? Integrity. Are you honest? Do you have good work ethics? Do you have a good human quality? Wholeness or completeness? Being honest and being right, and feeling good about what you're doing and being good to people. Initiative. Are you good at beginning something? That's initiative. Can you go out when nothing's starting and say, "Hey, come on, let's start something"? That's being having very good initiative. Dependability. Are you dependable? For example, dependability is if somebody asks you to walk their dog and every day at 6 o'clock you show up on time, you're responsible, you take care of the dog, and you walk them, that means you're very dependable. Persistent. Do you keep doing things even though you're struggling and it's not going well? You don't give up. You keep trying. That's persistence. Cooperation. Working with others, being pleasant, having a good time when you're working in groups. That's cooperative. Achievement. Um, Achieving things means making something and creating and getting to a goal. So you really like to work on something and keep working on it and working on it till you get to that goal or trying towards accomplishing something. Adaptability. That means you can adapt to things and change things. Maybe in the middle of a project, you go work in the garden and your mom says now she wants you to mow the lawn. Can you stop working in the garden and go mow the lawn? That's being very adaptable and ability to change what you're doing. Leadership. Are you a good leader? Can you help people? Can you take charge? Can you offer your opinions and give people direction? You do this. Sue, you do this. Jake, you do this thing. Can you delegate and give people things to do? Are you a good analytical thinker? Which means, can you really think deeply and study things carefully for a long period of time? Studying information and using logic to face and deal with issues and problems. So, again, people that are math and science oriented and are working to solve a problem. Analytical thinking. Independence. Can you do it with little or no supervision? Stress tolerance. Can you accept criticism on work you've done and be okay with it and move forward and change it and work with it and be okay? Are you relaxed and controlled and effective with high stress situations? If you are, that's great. Then you're high. If you're not, then you're lower. Innovation. Can you invent new things? Do you take those Legos that are spread all over the floor and create something new and different? That's innovative. Self control. Can you control your feelings of hate or fear or love? Can you control them if somebody gets you angry? Can you control your anger? Can you avoid aggressive behavior? Concern for others. Are you sensitive? Do you care about others? Sociability. Are you friendly? Do you like working with others rather than working alone? The next area, which is your last big area, which is values. Do you value things? So the values are things that you believe are important in a way you live and work. They should determine your priorities, and deep down, they're probably the measures you use to tell if your life is turning out the way you want. So, here are some ways that you can determine that. Are these values very important to you, or are they not important at all? So, support. Is it important that management supports their workers and stands behind and helps you if you need help? How about working conditions? Is it important that your job's very secure and you never lose it? And that you're working in good conditions? Like if you like to work in air conditioning, is that important to you? If you like to work and people support you, that's important to you. So working conditions would be very important to you. I'm going to go back. Achievement. Again, that goal at the end. Is it important that you achieve something, that you move through a process at the end, you achieve something? Or are you okay just working on something and handing it off to somebody else and that's okay? Independence. Can you work by yourself? Recognition. Do you want somebody to recognize all of your achievements and skills and come back and say, thank you very much for doing a good job? Moving ahead or up, and maybe eventually a role in leadership. And is it important to have relationships with your coworkers in a friendly, non-competitive environment? The last questions are these three, and I'm going to go through those quickly. Career salary. My advice at this point is check don't matter. It'll give you a lot more opportunities and a lot more choices for career salary, because at this point, you might not know what salaries match what careers. Educational requirements. You're given a choice between a couple. Would you rather just go out and work after high school? Would you rather go to a 2-year college or technical school, a bachelor's degree, which is 4 years in college, or a master's degree, which is 6 years in college? Again, if it doesn't matter to you, you can leave don't matter, but if it matters, pick one that you're interested in. And market growth, I would probably leave don't matter in that, but if you're concerned with how many jobs are in the field and you want something where jobs are growing a lot each year, you can click faster or no change. Again, doesn't matter is much better because it gives you more of an opportunity, and you want to choose a job that's right for you, and it might not matter if there's no change in the job. So thank you very much. That is the end of this presentation. Hopefully that gives you a little bit more of information. And at the end, this is what your results will be. And you want to, again, before you click out of your test, you want to put your name and your email address and hit submit here, and it will send you this into your email address. So this is what comes to you, and this is what you want to forward and send to your instructor. Take care and have a great day.